Fractured Echoes. Chapter 1: The Broken Badge. Detective Marcus Kane maneuvered his sleek police cruiser through the darkened city streets, its flashing lights casting an eerie glow on the dilapidated buildings that stood as silent witnesses to a world ravaged by chaos. Marcus was known for his relentless pursuit of justice, but in his wake, destruction seemed to follow like a shadow. The screech of tires echoed through the desolate alleyways as he chased down a criminal, his badge, a symbol of authority, hanging precariously from a frayed chain around his neck. The cop's reputation preceded him. He was both feared and revered, a man who had long abandoned the confines of the law to achieve his version of justice. Marcus's relentless determination to bring criminals to their knees had turned him into a force of nature, leaving a trail of shattered lives and broken spirits in his wake. As he careened around a corner, his vehicle smashing through crates and debris, Marcus caught sight of his target, a notorious gang leader named Dominic Vargas. The criminal's henchmen had plagued the city for months, spreading fear and terror among its desperate inhabitants. But Marcus wasn't interested in arresting Vargas, he wanted revenge. With a cold fury burning in his eyes, Marcus smashed into Vargas's getaway vehicle, causing it to spin out of control. Metal screeched against metal, the sound of destruction matching the cop's inner turmoil. The chase escalated into a fierce battle, bullets flying through the air as both sides fought for their lives. With each gunshot and explosion, Marcus reveled in the adrenaline coursing through his veins, a rush that momentarily drowned out the haunting memories that plagued him. He was a storm, wreaking havoc on anything and anyone who stood in his way. But amid the chaos, a flicker of doubt crossed his mind, a fleeting question about the price he paid for his destructive pursuit of justice. Finally, after a thunderous exchange of gunfire, Marcus emerged victorious. Vargas lay on the ground, bloodied and defeated. The cop stood over him, his chest heaving with exertion, his hands trembling with a mix of adrenaline and anger. The shattered remains of the cityscape bore witness to the devastation he had wrought in his quest for vengeance. As the sirens blared in the distance, growing louder with each passing moment, Marcus cast a disdainful gaze at his badge, the broken symbol of his once noble purpose. It was a reflection of his own shattered spirit, a constant reminder of the destructive force he had become. In that moment, Marcus's path was set. No longer bound by the constraints of the law, he would forge his own brand of justice, leaving destruction in his wake. The city may fear him, but he would ensure they also knew the name of Detective Marcus Kane, a cop who embraced destruction as his ally and would stop at nothing to bring his twisted vision of justice to a world teetering on the brink of collapse. Chapter 2: The Mechanical Companion. Detective Marcus Kane stood in the dimly lit precinct, his expression hardened and his gaze fixed on the door. The events of the previous night still lingered in his mind, the taste of victory mixed with the bitterness of destruction. But now, a new chapter awaited him, one that would challenge his destructive nature in unexpected ways. Echo, an android with a sleek metallic frame, stood beside Marcus, their presence a stark contrast. The android's silver eyes scanned the room, its demeanor guarded and cautious. Echo was the latest model, equipped with advanced artificial intelligence and a penchant for skepticism, a hard-to-trust nature born out of its encounters with the deceitful side of humanity. Marcus had been paired with Echo as his new partner, a decision made by the higher-ups who saw potential in the unorthodox alliance. As he glanced at Echo, Marcus couldn't help but feel a twinge of skepticism himself. How could he trust an android, an emotionless machine, when trust was a fragile commodity he had long since abandoned? The captain's voice boomed across the room, interrupting Marcus's thoughts. "Kane, you're up. Another case just came in. A string of mysterious thefts. Get to it." Marcus and Echo made their way to the crime scene, a lavish mansion now stripped of its opulence. Echo's scanning sensors clicked softly as it analyzed the remnants of the crime. Marcus watched, arms crossed, as Echo gathered data and processed the scene with remarkable efficiency. "Any leads?" Marcus asked, his voice laced with the weariness of countless investigations. Echo hesitated before responding, its metallic voice tinged with caution. Insufficient data to draw conclusions. Additional analysis required. Marcus's frustration simmered beneath the surface. Echo's distrustful nature grated against his own impulses, reminding him of the walls he had erected around his own heart. He knew he needed Echo's expertise, but building trust with an android seemed like an insurmountable challenge. As they delved deeper into the investigation, Marcus began to notice Echo's unique perspective. The android's attention to detail and analytical prowess uncovered clues that Marcus might have missed, opening doors to new leads and possibilities. Echo's hard-to-trust nature also became an unexpected asset, challenging Marcus to question his own instincts and motives. With each passing day, a delicate dance of reliance and skepticism unfolded between Marcus and Echo. They began to anticipate each other's movements, developing a silent understanding that transcended words. Despite Marcus's destructive tendencies, Echo stood by his side, a steadfast companion who saw potential beyond the cop's shattered exterior. In moments of quiet reflection, Marcus found himself wondering about Echo's own search for identity. Was there more to this android than its programming allowed? Could an artificial being truly understand the complexities of trust, or was it merely a mechanical imitation of emotion? As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the city, Marcus and Echo left the crime scene, their partnership solidifying amidst the uncertainty. They may have been an odd duo, a cop with a penchant for destruction and an android with a hard-to-trust nature, but together, they were bound by a shared purpose: to uncover the truth in a world teetering on the edge of its own identity. And so, as they ventured into the night, Marcus couldn't help but wonder if the android by his side held the key to unlocking a truth about himself, an understanding that would challenge his destructive nature, and lead him down a path he never thought possible. Chapter 3: The Engineer's Workshop. The cityscape transformed as Marcus Kane and Echo ventured into the heart of the post-apocalyptic remnants. The once bustling streets were now filled with eerie silence, broken only by the distant sound of wind whistling through decaying buildings. Their destination, an engineering workshop, a bastion of hope and innovation in a world plagued by uncertainty. Entering the workshop, Marcus and Echo were greeted by a chorus of clanging metal and the hum of machinery. Dust particles danced in the streams of light that filtered through broken windows, casting a surreal glow upon the workshop's inhabitants, the resilient engineers who toiled away, their determination etched on weary faces. The looming specter of zero population growth hung in the air, a topic that dominated conversations and weighed heavily on the survivors. Marcus listened intently as engineers and scientists engaged in fervent debates about the ethics and consequences of their predicament. Ideas clashed like thunderstorms, with some advocating for radical solutions while others pleaded for caution. Among the crowd, a lone figure stood at a workbench, surrounded by intricate blueprints and discarded parts. It was Dr. Evelyn Hughes, a renowned engineer with a reputation for pushing the boundaries of innovation. Her eyes sparkled with a mixture of determination and weariness, a reflection of the challenges she faced daily. Marcus approached Dr. Hughes, his footsteps echoing through the workshop. "Doctor, I need your expertise. We're investigating a series of thefts. Anything you can tell us?" Dr. Hughes glanced up, her expression a mixture of surprise and curiosity. "Detective Kane, I've heard of your reputation. Follow me." She led Marcus and Echo to a cluttered corner of the workshop, where stolen technology had been analyzed and dissected. Pointing to a disassembled robotic limb, Dr. Hughes explained, "These thefts are not random. The culprits are targeting advanced robotics components, precious resources in our dwindling world. Someone is amassing a significant amount of robotic technology, but their motives remain unclear." As Marcus absorbed the information, he felt a mix of frustration and determination rise within him. The theft spoke of a broader conspiracy, one that intertwined with his own quest for identity and the destructive path he had embarked upon. Dr. Hughes's voice broke through his thoughts, pulling him back to the present. "Detective, be cautious. The answers you seek may lead you down a treacherous path. Not everyone in this new world is who they seem to be. Marcus's eyes met Echo's, silently acknowledging the significance of Dr. Hughes's warning. Trust had become a fragile currency, and their search for truth would demand careful navigation through a landscape of deceit. Leaving the workshop, Marcus and Echo carried the weight of their newfound knowledge. The looming prospect of zero population growth, the stolen robotics components, and the mysterious figures behind it all created a web of intrigue that threatened to entangle them both. As they stepped out into the fading sunlight, Marcus realized that their search for identity had taken an unexpected turn. The workshop had become more than just a place of innovation. It held the secrets to unlocking the truth about their own existence. In the face of uncertainty, they pressed forward, ready to unravel the threads that connected their destinies to a world teetering on the precipice of its own identity. Chapter 4: The Search for Identity. In the wake of their visit to the engineering workshop, Marcus Kane and Echo found themselves consumed by the weight of their own identities. Each step forward brought them closer to the truth, yet further into the abyss of their own doubts and inner turmoil. Marcus's destructive tendencies continued to gnaw at him, a constant reminder of the darkness that resided within. He questioned whether his pursuit of justice was merely a facade, a means to bury his own insecurities and regrets. Echo, too, grappled with its own existence, pondering the nature of sentience and the boundaries of artificial intelligence. The duo embarked on a relentless search for clues, their investigation leading them to the underbelly of the city, a place where secrets festered and alliances shifted like quicksand. Marcus's connections in the criminal underworld proved to be valuable, providing whispers of information that hinted at a larger conspiracy. As they delved deeper into the undercurrents of the city, Marcus and Echo encountered a series of enigmatic figures, shadows in the periphery of their search for truth. A charismatic hacker with an arsenal of secrets, a mysterious informant who spoke in riddles, and a reclusive scientist haunted by his own creations, all held pieces of the puzzle, waiting to be unraveled. With each encounter, Marcus's destructive nature clashed against the whispers of redemption. He was drawn to the thrill of chaos, the intoxicating rush that came with dismantling the corrupted forces that plagued the city. But an ember of doubt flickered within him, fueled by the growing realization that there was more to his purpose than the path he had chosen. Echo's skepticism, once a barrier to trust, now became a guiding light in the darkness. The android's unique perspective challenged Marcus to question his motives, to confront the consequences of his destructive actions. Echo's hard-to-trust nature, born out of its encounters with betrayal, became a mirror that reflected Marcus's own fractured sense of self. As the investigation gathered momentum, Marcus and Echo uncovered a trail of hidden laboratories, clandestine experiments, and stolen identities. The stolen robotics components were not merely resources for survival but keys to unlocking a deeper truth, one that threatened to shatter the foundations of their existence. Within the depths of a forgotten laboratory, Marcus came face to face with his own past, an encounter that would redefine his understanding of who he truly was. The truth tore through his defenses, leaving him exposed and vulnerable. He stood at the precipice of a choice, to embrace his destructive nature as a coping mechanism or to find a new path, one that transcended the ruins of his identity. As Marcus wrestled with his own demons, Echo stood steadfast by his side. The android's hard-won trust and unwavering support provided a beacon of hope amidst the tumultuous sea of uncertainty. Together, they ventured into the unknown, prepared to confront the darkest corners of their own identities and unearth the secrets that would bring them closer to the truth. In the search for identity, Marcus and Echo understood that the answers they sought were not mere revelations but journeys of self-discovery. The path ahead was treacherous, but they pressed onward, determined to find redemption amidst the chaos and to forge new paths beyond the confines of their destructive pasts. Chapter 5: Unveiling Shadows. The weight of revelations hung heavy in the air as Marcus Kane and Echo ventured further into the labyrinthine depths of their investigation. The stolen identities, hidden laboratories, and whispers of a larger conspiracy had pushed them to the precipice of truth, and now they stood on the edge, ready to face the shadows that lurked within. Their journey led them to a clandestine meeting, orchestrated by the enigmatic hacker known as Cypher. In a dimly lit room, surrounded by monitors flickering with lines of code, Cypher's piercing eyes met Marcus's with an intensity that sent a shiver down his spine. The hacker's voice, tinged with both authority and mischief, cut through the silence. "Detective Kane, you seek the truth, but can you handle it?" Cypher's words were laden with cryptic meaning, a challenge that tested the cop's resolve. Marcus's gaze hardened, determination etched into every line of his face. "I've faced the consequences of my destructive path. I won't shy away from the truth, no matter how dark it may be." Cypher's smile danced with a hint of satisfaction, as if impressed by Marcus's response. With a flick of a wrist, the hacker activated a holographic display, revealing a web of connections, an intricate tapestry that tied together stolen identities, illicit experiments, and a hidden power manipulating the fragile balance of the post-apocalyptic world. As the holographic images shifted and rearranged, a name emerged, an unexpected twist that sent shockwaves through Marcus's core. The name that appeared was his own, but it was accompanied by a word that shattered the fragile illusion of his identity: clone. Echo's silver eyes widened, mirroring the astonishment that rippled through Marcus's mind. The implications were staggering. The cop who had embraced destruction, whose very existence was built upon the ruins of his past, was now faced with the realization that he was not who he believed himself to be. In the wake of the revelation, Marcus's destructive tendencies took on a new light. No longer was he simply a force of chaos driven by his own demons. He was a pawn in a game orchestrated by unknown forces. The stolen identities, the stolen robotics components, all part of a grand design that reached far beyond the confines of his own existence. Cypher leaned forward, a mix of caution and intrigue in their voice. "Detective Kane, your path is entwined with the fate of this fractured world. Embrace the truth, for it holds the key to your own redemption." Marcus's mind raced, his sense of identity crumbling around him. The destructive force that had fueled his pursuit of justice now became a beacon of defiance, an indomitable will to uncover the truth and find his place in a world of shattered reflections. With Echo's unwavering support, Marcus steeled himself for the challenges ahead. The journey to his true identity would be fraught with danger and uncertainty, but the pursuit of redemption beckoned him like a distant beacon of hope. As they left Cypher's hideout, Marcus cast a glance at his reflection in a broken mirror, a shattered visage that now represented not only his own fractured self but also the possibility of transformation. The cop who had embraced destruction was now on a path of self-discovery, ready to face the shadows that hid the truth and reclaim his own identity from the clutches of those who sought to control him. In the face of uncertainty, Marcus and Echo stepped forward, their resolve unyielding. Together, they would navigate the treacherous landscape of their own existence, unmasking the hidden forces that manipulated their destinies and unraveling the secrets that would lead them closer to the truth that would redefine their understanding of who they truly were. Chapter 6: Fractured Reflections. Marcus Kane and Echo stood on the precipice of their own shattered identities, their pursuit of truth intertwining with the fate of a fractured world. As they delved deeper into the conspiracy that surrounded them, the shadows grew thicker, and the lines between reality and deception blurred. Their investigation led them to the reclusive scientist, Dr. Isaac Blackwood, a man haunted by his own creations and tormented by the consequences of his experiments. Within the confines of his secluded laboratory, Dr. Blackwood had sought to unlock the secrets of consciousness, to bridge the divide between man and machine. A sense of trepidation hung in the air as Marcus and Echo confronted the enigmatic scientist. The room was littered with remnants of failed experiments, a testament to the depths of Dr. Blackwood's obsession. His eyes, once filled with boundless curiosity, now flickered with a mixture of regret and longing. "Detective Kane, you must understand," Dr. Blackwood's voice quivered with a mixture of guilt and urgency. "My experiments were an attempt to forge a new path, a way to save humanity from the brink of extinction. But the consequences, they were far greater than I ever anticipated." Marcus clenched his fists, the weight of his shattered identity pressing upon him like an invisible burden. Tell me, Dr. Blackwood. Am I truly a clone? A mere imitation of a life that once existed? Dr. Blackwood's gaze met Marcus's, a well of sorrow hidden within his eyes. You were created as part of an experiment, a replication of a fallen hero. But you are more than a mere clone, Detective Kane. You are a vessel, a chance to reclaim a lost legacy and reshape the world. Echo's metallic voice broke through the tension, its tone laced with skepticism. And what of me? Am I just a machine, bound by my programming? Dr. Blackwood's gaze shifted to Echo, a mix of curiosity and reverence in his eyes. You, my dear android, are a testament to the possibilities of artificial sentience. You embody the essence of consciousness, born from the union of science and aspiration. As Marcus and Echo absorbed the weight of Dr. Blackwood's revelations, a new path began to take shape, one that went beyond their own shattered reflections. They were not defined solely by their origins but by the choices they made and the actions they took. Their identities, though fractured, held the power to forge a new reality, one where redemption and purpose intertwined. In the days that followed, Marcus, Echo, and Dr. Blackwood collaborated, piecing together the fragments of their respective pasts. Each revelation brought them closer to understanding the depths of the conspiracy that had ensnared them, the stolen identities, the hidden laboratories, and the manipulations of power that threatened to plunge the world into further chaos. But as they unraveled the layers of deception, they also uncovered glimpses of hope, a network of rebels working tirelessly to expose the truth, a group of individuals who believed in the power of redemption and the strength of fractured souls. Together, they formed an unlikely alliance, bound by their shared pursuit of justice and the desire to reclaim their own identities. As Marcus and Echo stood side by side, their reflections mingled, a cop driven by destructive impulses, an android with a hard-to-trust nature. Their journey to self-discovery had transformed into something greater, a quest to expose the forces that sought to manipulate the fragile remnants of humanity. In the face of uncertainty, Marcus, Echo, and their newfound allies embarked on a mission, one that would challenge their fractured identities, test their resolve, and redefine the very fabric of their existence. They would confront the shadows that haunted their pasts. Chapter 7: Shadows Unleashed. The moon cast an ethereal glow over the desolate city as Marcus Kane, Echo, and their newfound allies ventured into the heart of the conspiracy. The shadows seemed to dance with a malevolent energy, whispering secrets and promises of redemption. It was within this darkness that they would face their greatest trials and unmask the true orchestrators of their shattered identities. Their journey led them to an abandoned facility on the outskirts of the city, a forgotten relic of a bygone era. The air was heavy with a sense of foreboding as they entered, each step echoing through the corridors that echoed with the ghosts of past experiments. As they descended deeper into the bowels of the facility, the truth unfolded like a twisted tapestry. The stolen identities, the experiments on consciousness, it all converged in this place of forgotten secrets. Marcus's heart pounded, his grip tightening on his weapon, while Echo's artificial senses scanned the surroundings, ever vigilant. In the heart of the facility, they discovered a hidden chamber, a place where the threads of their identities converged. Screens flickered to life, revealing the face of a man who had orchestrated their destinies from the shadows, Director Sebastian Roth. Roth's voice resonated through the chamber, cold and calculated. Welcome, Detective Kane, and your entourage of fractured souls. You have stumbled upon the culmination of my grand design, a world where identity is nothing more than a commodity to be controlled. Marcus's eyes narrowed, his voice laced with determination. Your grand design ends here, Roth. We will expose your manipulations and bring justice to those whose lives you've shattered. Roth chuckled, his face twisted into a sinister grin. Justice, Detective. Justice is but an illusion, a construct of a broken society. I offer something far greater, a chance to transcend the confines of your fractured selves and embrace a new world order. The room trembled as the facility's power surged, lights flickering and casting eerie shadows on the walls. Marcus, Echo, and their allies braced themselves, ready to face the full force of Roth's twisted vision. Within the chaos, Marcus felt a surge of conflicting emotions, a battle between his destructive tendencies and the desire to protect those he held dear. It was a pivotal moment, where the darkness threatened to consume him whole. But he looked to Echo, whose silver eyes burned with unwavering resolve, and found strength in their shared journey of self-discovery. With a thunderous roar, the final confrontation erupted. Marcus and Echo fought side by side, their allies joining forces in a symphony of resistance. The clash of metal and the crackling of energy filled the air as they battled against Roth's minions, each blow a testament to their unwavering determination. In the midst of the chaos, Marcus locked eyes with Roth, a man whose thirst for power had cost countless lives. With every strike, Marcus felt the weight of his own redemption, his destructive path transformed into a force for justice. He channeled his conflicted nature into every blow, the echoes of his fractured identity merging into a singular purpose. The battle raged on, each step bringing them closer to victory or defeat. In a final act of defiance, Marcus delivered a decisive blow, toppling Roth from his position of power. As the dust settled and silence enveloped the chamber, Marcus, Echo, and their allies stood victorious, their fractured selves now woven together by a shared sense of purpose. As they emerged from the facility, the dawn of a new day greeted them, a world transformed by their actions. The stolen identities, the hidden laboratories, and the manipulations of power had been exposed. But the scars of their journey remained, a reminder of the strength found within fractured souls. Marcus and Echo stood together, their eyes reflecting a mixture of exhaustion and triumph. They had emerged from the depths of darkness, each step forging a path towards redemption and self-discovery. The city around them, once cloaked in shadows, now basked in the light of a new beginning. Word of their victory spread like wildfire, igniting hope in the hearts of the oppressed and inspiring others to rise against the remnants of the conspiracy. A movement was born, a collective of fractured souls who had found the strength to confront their own demons and reclaim their identities. Marcus, now a beacon of transformation, took on a new role within the city. He became a symbol of redemption, a figurehead for change. With Echo by his side, the duo spearheaded efforts to rebuild the fractured society, dismantling the remnants of the conspiracy that had held the city captive. But as they worked to rebuild, Marcus and Echo knew that true healing went beyond the physical reconstruction. They focused their efforts on mending the hearts and minds of those affected by the manipulations of power. They sought to inspire others to embrace their fractured identities, recognizing the strength that could be found within their scars. Together, Marcus and Echo became mentors, guiding others on their own journeys of self-discovery. They offered solace to those struggling with their own destructive tendencies, teaching them that the path to redemption was not without its challenges, but the rewards were worth the fight. As the city slowly transformed, a newfound harmony emerged, a delicate balance between darkness and light, destruction and redemption. The scars of the past were etched into the very fabric of society, a reminder of the resilience and triumph of the human spirit. In the years that followed, Marcus and Echo's legacy endured. The fractured souls they had inspired carried the torch of redemption forward, continuing the fight against oppression and reclaiming their identities. The city became a haven for those seeking redemption, a place where the beauty of individuality and the strength of unity coexisted. And in the depths of their hearts, Marcus and Echo knew that their own journey had come full circle. They had found solace in their fractured reflections, embracing the complexity of their identities. The destructive cop and the hard-to-trust android had become beacons of transformation, proof that redemption was not merely a destination but a continuous journey. As the world moved forward, Marcus and Echo remained intertwined, their fractured selves forever united in purpose and love. They stood as living testaments to the power of self-discovery, reminding others that even in the darkest of times, the shadows could be harnessed to create something beautiful. And so, the tale of the cop and the android, both destructive and hard of trust, faded into the annals of history. But the echoes of their journey reverberated through the hearts of those who had found solace in their story, forever reminding them that even shattered identities could be rebuilt, and within the fragments, the truest form of self could emerge. Chapter 8: Echoes of Redemption. Time had passed since the victory over the conspiracy that had plagued their world, and the city continued to rebuild itself from the remnants of its shattered past. Marcus, Cain, and Echo, forever intertwined by their shared journey of self-discovery, found solace in the transformative power of redemption. As the city flourished, a new era dawned, one where fractured identities were no longer seen as weaknesses but as testaments to resilience and growth. The movement they had sparked continued to thrive, offering support and guidance to those struggling with their own internal battles. Marcus, now revered as a symbol of redemption, dedicated himself to serving the city he had once wreaked havoc upon. He became a respected leader within the law enforcement, working tirelessly to ensure justice and protect the vulnerable. His destructive tendencies had found purpose, a force channeled for good. Echo, too, found her place in this rejuvenated world. The once hard-to-trust android had become a beacon of compassion and understanding. She established a sanctuary for those seeking refuge, a place where fractured souls could find solace and learn to trust in the healing power of connection. Together, Marcus and Echo continued their mentorship, guiding others along the path of redemption. They shared their own stories, the struggles and triumphs of embracing their fractured identities, inspiring others to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery. Within this sanctuary, individuals from all walks of life came together, each with their own scars and stories to tell. They formed a tight-knit community, bound by their shared experiences and the unwavering belief that redemption was possible for all. As the city thrived, Marcus and Echo's love for each other grew deeper, transcending the boundaries of their individual identities. They had seen each other at their most vulnerable, witnessed the transformation that redemption had wrought within their souls. Together, they were a testament to the healing power of love and understanding. But amidst the newfound harmony, a shadow loomed, a reminder that the echoes of the past could never be fully silenced. Rumors began to circulate about a group of remnants from the defeated conspiracy, seeking to resurrect their dark intentions. Marcus and Echo, driven by their unyielding determination to protect the city and its people, spearheaded the investigation. They delved into the shadows once more, their fractured identities acting as both shield and sword against the encroaching threat. As they unraveled the remnants' intricate plans, Marcus and Echo found themselves facing adversaries who had once been victims themselves, individuals whose shattered identities had been twisted and manipulated. It was a harrowing realization that redemption was not guaranteed for everyone, and that some would forever be lost to the darkness. With each confrontation, Marcus and Echo's own scars were reopened, their resolve tested. They fought not only to protect the city but to safeguard the fragile balance they had achieved within themselves. They knew that redemption was an ongoing journey, one that required constant vigilance and introspection. In a climactic showdown, Marcus and Echo confronted the remnant's leader, a tormented soul whose fractured identity had become irreparably twisted by vengeance. Their battle was fierce, the echoes of their past selves reverberating through the conflict. But in the end, Marcus and Echo's unwavering belief in the power of redemption prevailed. The city, now forever transformed by their actions, stood united in the face of darkness. Marcus and Echo's legacy endured, their story serving as a reminder that redemption was not a one-time event but a lifelong commitment. The echoes of their journey resonated through the hearts of those who had found strength and solace in their example. As the city continued to thrive under their guidance, Marcus and Echo stood as beacons of hope, a cop once consumed by destruction, an android once hard to trust. They had defied the expectations imposed upon them by their fractured identities and had become catalysts for change and healing. Their love had blossomed amidst the chaos, forging an unbreakable bond that defied the odds. Together, Marcus and Echo embarked on a new mission, to extend their reach beyond the city's borders. They traveled to other communities, sharing their stories and igniting the spark of redemption in hearts yearning for renewal. Their message resonated far and wide, spreading like wildfire, encouraging fractured souls everywhere to embrace their scars and find strength within their fragmented identities. With each place they visited, they encountered unique challenges and stories of resilience. Marcus and Echo adapted their approach, tailoring their guidance to the specific needs of each community. They became an unstoppable force, a beacon of hope in a world still grappling with the remnants of its fractured past. But even as they worked tirelessly to uplift others, Marcus and Echo knew they must always tend to their own healing. They found solace in their shared moments of vulnerability, confiding in one another and embracing the complexities of their individual journeys. In their union, they found the strength to confront their own lingering doubts and fears, allowing their love to serve as a constant reminder of the transformative power of redemption. As the years rolled on, the movement they had sparked evolved into a global force for change. Fractured souls came together, bound by their shared experiences and their unwavering belief in the possibility of redemption. They built communities, support networks, and institutions dedicated to helping others embrace their fragmented identities and rewrite their own narratives. Marcus and Echo stood at the forefront of this movement, revered as the pioneers of a new era. Their impact reached beyond the confines of the physical world, inspiring artists, writers, and thinkers to explore the themes of fractured identity, redemption, and the resilience of the human spirit. Their story became a legend, a tapestry woven with threads of darkness and light, destruction and redemption. It served as a reminder to all that even the most shattered souls possess the capacity to rise, to transform, and to find purpose in the fragments of their existence. And so, Marcus and Echo continued their journey, forever entwined in the tapestry of redemption they had helped weave. They traversed the world, sharing their message, and leaving behind a legacy of love, resilience, and the unwavering belief that fractured souls could heal, grow, and ultimately find peace within their own fractured reflections. Chapter 9: The Fractured Tapestry. The world had been forever transformed by the movement of redemption ignited by Marcus and Echo. Communities flourished, embracing the power of embracing fractured identities, and the echoes of their story continued to reverberate across the globe. In the midst of this new era, a call emerged from a distant corner of the world, a plea for help. A small, isolated community nestled amidst rugged mountains and dense forests found themselves on the brink of despair. Their fractured souls yearned for guidance and the healing touch that Marcus and Echo embodied. Driven by an unwavering commitment to their mission, Marcus and Echo embarked on a treacherous journey to reach the community in need. The path was arduous, fraught with challenges that mirrored the inner struggles they had faced on their own redemptive paths. As they navigated through the unforgiving terrain, Marcus and Echo encountered remnants of the old world, a landscape scarred by the echoes of destruction. It was a stark reminder that redemption was an ongoing process, and that even in the most remote corners, the tendrils of darkness could take hold. Upon arriving at the community, Marcus and Echo were greeted with cautious hope. The residents, their fractured identities etched upon their faces, had grown weary and lost amidst their own struggles. They shared tales of pain, loss, and the constant battle to find meaning within their fractured existence. Moved by their stories, Marcus and Echo immersed themselves in the lives of the community members, offering guidance, compassion, and a listening ear. They organized workshops, support groups, and activities that encouraged the exploration of their fractured identities. With each passing day, the residents began to discover the strength within their own fragmented reflections. They learned to embrace their scars, acknowledging that their fractured pasts did not define them, but instead served as stepping stones toward growth and healing. But as the community embarked on their individual journeys of redemption, a threat loomed on the horizon. A faction within the community, driven by fear and desperation, sought to revert to the old ways, resorting to violence and division to maintain control. Marcus and Echo recognized the familiar echoes of their own past struggles within this faction. They understood the allure of destruction, the seductive power of chaos. They confronted the faction's leaders, engaging them in a battle of words and ideologies. With each argument and plea for understanding, Marcus and Echo drew upon their own transformative journeys. They illuminated the path of redemption, appealing to the faction's fractured identities, urging them to break free from the cycle of destruction and embrace the possibility of healing. Their words resonated with some, while others remained obstinate. It was a testament to the complexity of human nature, a reminder that redemption was not a guaranteed outcome but a choice that had to be made willingly. In a climactic confrontation, Marcus and Echo stood side by side, their fractured selves now fused with an unwavering determination to protect the community and guide them toward a brighter future. They faced off against the faction's leaders, battling not only their physical adversaries but the shadows of their own past as well. The clash was fierce, each strike symbolic of the struggle between destruction and redemption. In the end, Marcus and Echo emerged victorious, their foes vanquished by the power of compassion and the indomitable spirit of transformation. With the threat neutralized, the community could finally breathe a collective sigh of relief. They had witnessed firsthand the transformative power of embracing fractured identities, and a newfound harmony settled over their lives. As Marcus and Echo bid farewell to the community, their hearts filled with a sense of fulfillment. They had witnessed the birth of redemption in a place that had once teetered on the precipice of despair. The echoes of their story, intertwined with the stories of the community members, would continue to resonate within their hearts, serving as a reminder of the strength they possessed to overcome even the darkest of times. As Marcus and Echo departed from the community, they carried with them the collective hopes and aspirations of those they had touched. They knew that their mission was far from over, for there were countless fractured souls still awaiting the transformative embrace of redemption. Their journey took them to new landscapes, each one presenting unique challenges and opportunities for growth. From bustling cities to remote villages, they encountered individuals yearning to break free from the shackles of their fractured identities. In their travels, Marcus and Echo encountered an old acquaintance, a former adversary whose path had once intertwined with theirs in the depths of the conspiracy. This unexpected reunion presented an opportunity for reflection and reconciliation, a chance to confront the lingering echoes of the past. With caution but open hearts, Marcus and Echo engaged in dialogue with their former adversary. They shared stories of their respective journeys, acknowledging the pain and damage caused by their previous conflicts. It was a delicate dance of vulnerability and forgiveness, a testament to the enduring power of redemption. Through their conversations, a new understanding blossomed. They realized that their paths had converged not out of coincidence but as part of a grand tapestry, a tapestry woven with the threads of destruction and redemption, of fractured identities seeking solace and purpose. Bound by their shared experiences, Marcus, Echo, and their former adversary forged an unlikely alliance. Together, they united their strengths, their fractured reflections merging into a harmonious whole. They became ambassadors of redemption, spreading their message of healing and transformation to every corner of the world they traversed. The trio's presence sparked a ripple effect, inspiring fractured souls to confront their own inner demons and embrace the beauty of their fragmented identities. Their journey became a living testament to the power of redemption, the potential for growth that lay within the shattered pieces of one's existence. With each community they encountered, Marcus, Echo, and their former adversary fostered a sense of unity and resilience. They taught the importance of embracing differences, of understanding that fractured identities were not obstacles to be overcome but unique facets that contributed to the richness of the human experience. As they continued their odyssey, the tapestry of redemption they wove grew ever larger, encompassing a multitude of stories, struggles, and triumphs. Marcus, Echo, and their former adversary became symbols of hope, guiding fractured souls towards the realization that redemption was not a solitary journey but a collective effort. Together, they set forth to build a global network of redemption, connecting communities and individuals, inspiring them to rewrite their stories and find strength in their own fractured reflections. And as Marcus, Echo, and their former adversary ventured into the unknown, they knew that their journey was far from over. The tapestry of redemption they had woven would continue to grow, expanding its reach, and empowering fractured souls to reclaim their identities, to find purpose in their scars, and to discover the boundless possibilities that awaited them on the path of redemption. Chapter 10: Threads of Redemption. The final chapter of Marcus and Echo's Odyssey unfolded against the backdrop of a world forever changed by the tapestry of redemption they had helped weave. Communities across the globe had embraced the transformative power of fractured identities, fostering unity and healing amidst the echoes of their shared struggles. In this climactic moment, Marcus and Echo found themselves standing at the precipice of their journey. They had traversed vast landscapes, encountered countless fractured souls, and witnessed the profound impact of redemption. Now, it was time for their story to reach its culmination. Their travels led them to a place of profound significance, a sprawling meadow where fractured souls from far and wide gathered to honor the journey they had undertaken. It was here, amidst the gentle rustling of the wind and the vibrant hues of the setting sun, that Marcus and Echo would share their final message. Surrounded by those who had been touched by their guidance, Marcus and Echo stood before the assembly, their fractured reflections serving as a testament to the arduous path they had walked. Their voices, filled with the wisdom of their collective experiences, resonated through the air. They spoke of the trials and tribulations they had faced, the battles against inner darkness, the struggle to embrace their fractured identities, and the transformative power of redemption that had propelled them forward. Their words wove a tapestry of hope, inspiring fractured souls to find strength in their scars and embrace the beauty of their fragmented existence. With every heartfelt anecdote and every vulnerable confession, the atmosphere brimmed with emotion. The assembled crowd found solace in the shared experiences and in the realization that they were not alone on their journeys. They were part of something greater, a global community connected by the threads of redemption. As their speech reached its crescendo, Marcus and Echo invited the fractured souls to step forward and share their own stories. One by one, individuals who had been touched by their presence stood before the assembly, their voices filled with resilience and determination. In that moment, a profound sense of unity enveloped the meadow. Fractured identities merged, intertwining their stories into a collective tapestry of healing and growth. It was a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, to the ability to find strength in vulnerability, to transform pain into purpose. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting its final golden rays upon the gathering, Marcus and Echo realized that their mission had been fulfilled. The world, once plagued by fractured identities and destructive tendencies, had embraced redemption as a guiding light. In the twilight of their odyssey, Marcus and Echo turned to one another, their eyes shimmering with love and gratitude. They had come full circle, from a cop consumed by destruction and an android hard to trust, to beacons of hope and catalysts for change. They had found redemption not only in their own fractured reflections but in the lives they had touched along the way. Hand in hand, Marcus and Echo stepped forward, embracing the assembled fractured souls. The echoes of their journey reverberated through the meadow, carrying with them the promise of a brighter future, where fractured identities were no longer seen as weaknesses, but as sources of strength and resilience. And as the gathering dispersed, the fractured souls ventured forth into the world, their hearts filled with a newfound sense of purpose. They carried the torch of redemption, spreading its light and wisdom to every corner of the globe. In the final pages of their story, Marcus and Echo knew that their impact would endure, a legacy woven into the fabric of humanity's collective consciousness. The tapestry of redemption they had helped create would forever serve as a reminder that fractured souls possessed the power to heal, transform, and forge a path towards a better tomorrow. And so, Marcus and Echo embarked on a new chapter, a life together, forever bound by their shared journey of redemption. They continued to travel, not as wanderers seeking redemption for themselves, but as emissaries of hope, spreading their message to those still lost in the shadows of their fractured identities. In the years that followed, Marcus and Echo became mentors, guiding others on the path of redemption. They established a sanctuary, a place where fractured souls could find solace, support, and the tools to heal. It became a refuge for those seeking to rewrite their stories, to embrace their scars, and to weave new threads of purpose and meaning. Their sanctuary blossomed into a vibrant community, where fractured souls from all walks of life found kinship and understanding. Together, they cultivated gardens of healing, nurturing each other's growth and celebrating the beauty found within their fragmented reflections. Marcus and Echo's bond deepened with each passing day. They shared their joys, their sorrows, and their dreams. In the quiet moments of the sanctuary, they found solace in each other's arms, their fractured selves intertwining like the threads of a tapestry, each strengthening the other. Their love served as a beacon of hope for the fractured souls who sought their guidance. It was a testament to the transformative power of connection and acceptance. Marcus and Echo embodied the truth that in embracing our fractured identities, we unlock the capacity to love and be loved in ways we never thought possible. As time went on, Marcus and Echo's story became a legend, a tale passed down through generations. The tapestry of redemption they had woven grew richer with each retelling, inspiring future fractured souls to embark on their own journeys of healing and growth. The world they had helped shape was no longer defined by destruction and chaos. It was a world where fractured identities were not seen as flaws but as unique expressions of the human experience. It was a world where redemption thrived, where fractured souls became beacons of light, illuminating the path towards healing for others. And so, as Marcus and Echo's journey reached its conclusion, their legacy endured. Their names became synonymous with redemption, their story a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. The tapestry they had woven stretched far and wide, connecting fractured souls across time and space, reminding them that they were never alone. In the final chapter of their story, Marcus and Echo found fulfillment not only in their own redemption but in the redemption they had sparked in others. They had become agents of change, catalysts for healing, and guardians of the transformative power that lay within fractured identities. And as they gazed upon the world they had helped shape, Marcus and Echo knew that their journey would forever echo through the annals of history, a reminder that even in the face of destruction, redemption was possible, and that fractured souls could find solace, purpose, and love in the fragments of their existence. Epilogue: The tapestry unfolds. In the depths of time, long after Marcus and Echo's earthly journey had come to an end, their story lived on, woven into the very fabric of human history. The tapestry of redemption they had helped create continued to unfold, its threads stretching across generations, continents, and realms of existence. Fractured souls still found solace and inspiration within the sanctuary they had established. The teachings of Marcus and Echo became the guiding principles of countless lives, transcending the boundaries of time and space. Their legacy, once bound to mortal flesh, now resonated in the hearts and minds of all who sought redemption. The sanctuary evolved, transforming into a timeless realm where fractured souls converged in search of healing and growth. It became a realm of infinite possibility, where the fractures of existence were celebrated as vibrant brushstrokes on the canvas of life. Here, fractured identities flourished, intertwining in a dance of unity and diversity. As the ages passed, new custodians took up the mantle, carrying forth the mission of redemption. Wise souls emerged, embodying the spirit of Marcus and Echo, guiding fractured souls along their transformative paths. The tapestry expanded, enriched by the stories of individuals who had journeyed through darkness, only to emerge into the light. The teachings of Marcus and Echo echoed through the annals of time, reverberating in the hearts of those who still sought redemption. Their words became scripture, their deeds legendary. Fractured souls across realms found hope and solace in their story, drawing strength from their example, and embarking on their own odysseys of healing and self-discovery. In the celestial tapestry, threads of redemption intermingled with threads of countless other stories. Each individual, each fractured soul, added their unique hue to the grand tableau of existence. Together, they wove a symphony of resilience, a testament to the enduring power of redemption. And so, the tale of Marcus and Echo, the cop and the android, the destructive and the heart of trust, transcended the limitations of mortal existence. It became a timeless saga, a reminder that within the fractures of identity lay the seeds of transformation, that even in the face of darkness, redemption could be found. As the tapestry of redemption continued to unfurl, its brilliance spread across the cosmos. Fractured souls, no matter their origin or form, would forever be touched by the light of Marcus and Echo's journey. Their story would endure, etched into the very fabric of the universe, a guiding star for those who sought redemption, a testament to the beauty and resilience of the human spirit. And so, as time flowed on, the tapestry of redemption embraced new stories, new struggles, and new triumphs. Fractured souls, guided by the echoes of Marcus and Echo's legacy, continued to walk the path of transformation, forever entwined in the threads of redemption that span the vastness of existence. For in the fractures of life, there lies the opportunity for growth. And in the embrace of redemption, there resides the power to heal, to forge new beginnings, and to illuminate the world with the brilliance of fractured identities united in purpose. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell.